Voice activation required.
Banner.
Welcome, strongest Avenger.
What?
All right. Imagine this. You're in the Endgame battle. The sky's on fire. Sanctuary 2 is blasting everything. And boom.
Friday, what are they firing at?
Something just entered the upper atmosphere.
Captain Marvel shows up and tears through the entire spaceship like it's made of tissue paper. That's gotta make her the strongest Avenger, right?
Okay, yeah, that was cool. But Thor did the same thing, ×3. He blasted through multiple Outrider dropships in Infinity War and didn't even have to absorb their energy to do it. Just straight up Thunder God mode.
Bring me Thanos! All right, but she flew through a wave of lasers without flinching.
Because she absorbed their energy.
Exactly. That's why she's the strongest?
No, that's where she has an advantage. There's a difference. Meanwhile, Thor tanked the full force of a neutron star.
You understand, boy? It'll kill you.
Only if I die?
Yes, that's what killing you means.
No absorption, just straight up God tier durability.
Captain Marvel also went full WWE on Thanos.
Until he yeeted her across the battlefield with the Power Stone.
Okay, but that thing obliterates planets. Even Thor got folded by Thanos with just one stone.
Yeah.
All right, stop!
But let's talk about Thanos for a sec.
This Thanos?
No, 2014 Thanos. The younger Thanos in Endgame. He took on Thor with Stormbreaker, Captain America with Mjolnir, and Iron Man, all at once. And he wasn't even using the Infinity Stones.
Okay, but Thor literally flew through a blast from main timeline Thanos with the full Infinity Gauntlet. All 6 stones, full power, and still buried Stormbreaker in his chest.
He should have gone for the head.
Yeah, we all know.
Which means 2014 Thanos is even stronger than full Gauntlet Thanos. No stones, just hands.
So, Thanos is the GOAT? I don't know how to feel about that.
Look, I'm saying Thanos is built different, but strength isn't just about muscles. Wanda almost tore him apart in Endgame.
Oh, totally.
I don't even know who you are.
You will.
Dude was sweating. She was out there crushing his armor like a soda can. He had to rain fire just to save himself.
And in Wakanda, she held off a 5-stone Thanos while simultaneously destroying the Mind Stone and murdering her lover.
We are out of time. It's all right. You could never hurt me.
Ugh, what a day.
So, Wanda's the strongest, or Carol, if we're talking raw power. But strength, that's still Thor, or even Hulk. Those two have always enjoyed besting each other.
Let's talk about Ragnarok. Yes! Thor summons his lightning, without Mjolnir, and decks Hulk. That wasn't some energy siphon trick like Captain Marvel. It was his natural power.
Yeah, the Grandmaster had to zap him to stop the fight, but he was gonna win. Plus, Hulk struggled against Surtur, while Thor is out here casually summoning the Bifrost.
And damaging gardens in the process.
That man has no regard for long maintenance.
Okay, but Captain Marvel was fighting Thanos after taking out his entire fleet. She didn't even need a warm-up.
And that's impressive, huh? When he headbutts her and she doesn't flinch, his shock is hilarious.
But let's be real. Thanos was fighting with one hand while trying to snap. And he almost did snap, right then, if she hadn't attacked him.
True. When he actually focuses and puts the Power Stone in his palm, she's about to be beat. And she knows it.
So, who's actually the strongest?
Depends on what you mean by strongest. Raw strength, Thor or Hulk. Telekinesis, Wanda. Versatility, maybe Carol. But if we're talking overall power, the debate's still wide open.
Okay, but you know who we're not talking about?
Who?
Doctor Strange. He trapped Thanos in the mirror dimension, who then turned it into a black hole back at Strange, who then turned that into some pretty butterflies.
Fair point. But Strange isn't ripping a spaceship in half anytime soon.
Dude, Strange could have ended it in 2 seconds.
I have been falling for 30 minutes!
All right, bye-bye.
How?
Same way Wong dealt with Cull Obsidian in Infinity War. Open portal, close portal, chop a limb off.
Huh, great scene.
It was, but there was literally nothing stopping Strange from doing this on Titan, except Thanos' plot armor. He opens a portal for Mantis to drop from, but could have opened that portal just a little lower. Problem solved. A headless Thanos isn't snapping anything.
What about in Endgame?
The writers had to keep Strange away from Thanos, or he'd have dusted him. So they wrote in some flooding and kept him busy with that.
Huh, plot armor.
Exactly.
So, we're saying Thor, Hulk, Wanda, Carol, and Strange all have a claim to being the strongest. Oh, and don't forget Ant-Man.
What's he gonna do?
As Giant Man, one stomp and Thanos is paced.
Didn't do much against Vision, though.
Something just flew in me!
Oh man, Vision. We forgot Vision.
Why?
Because we didn't think of it?
Dude had the brains, the brawn, and the sass.
Iron Man's the one he's waiting for.
That's true. He hates you the most.
Honestly, in another timeline, I bet he and Thanos were besties.
Well, they both love cooking paprikash. And when it comes to the universe,
It's terribly well balanced.
As all things should be.
Right.